want you to take a look at what the board looks like right now here at the Orlando International Airport. Right now, the arrivals seem to be the target right now. You can see that delays are in yellow, in red is the canceled ones, and then everything else is just lit up like a Christmas tree. And then we move over to departures, it's also a handful of delays and cancellations. So altogether, it's just been a giant mess here. And then also, this could be because air traffic workers are just so fed up. They've missed their full first paycheck. The spokesperson for MCO says the average delay for flights arriving to MCO is 2.5 hours, and delays are because of the FAA staffing issues. The delays are causing travelers to simply be stuck sitting at the airports across the country. We spoke to one family here in Orlando. They have a wedding this weekend, and they say the problem is their family and friends are struggling to get here.
We are very, very upset and concerned. My sister left Detroit en route to Orlando. That plane was diverted from Chicago to Kentucky, which was not on the itinerary. And they took it to Kentucky because they said the Orlando International Airport was all the air traffic controllers went home. They left.
All delays, cancellation, it's just giant mess. And if you're planning on traveling today, you want to make sure that you check your flight status. Also for these air traffic controllers, they're also super fed up with the situation. They just want to know when the government shutdown is going to be over. They are mandated to start working even though there is a government shutdown, but we're told from pilots that they're actually using their sick days because they just don't want to be here if they're not getting paid. Reporting at MCO, Amanda Ruiz, Fox 35 News.
All right, thank you, Amanda. We appreciate your reporting here this morning. We're going to take you out to that live look there at MCO. As you can see, that camera shot right now. We've been following a lot of news here as it pertains to air travel. And we also did want to share this other news here with you that we learned just yesterday. JetBlue flight. This is a Tampa International Airport right here. And we did learn that JetBlue passengers were taken to the hospital after that flight traveling from Cancun to New Jersey made an emergency diversion to Tampa yesterday after a sudden drop in altitude left several passengers injured. JetBlue says flight 1230, an Airbus 320, was headed to New Jersey's Newark Liberty International Airport from Cancun International Airport in Mexico when it suddenly experienced a flight control issue and it was diverted to a nearby airport. Here's a bit more information on what we know now. The plane landed at Tampa International Airport around 2 p.m. That's according to the Federal Aviation Administration. JetBlue added that the flight was met by medical personnel who evaluated customers and crew members, and those needing additional care were transported to a local hospital. That aircraft has since been removed from service for inspection. Air traffic audio from liveatc.net captured a radio call that said, quote, "We've got at least 3 people injured. It seems like maybe a laceration in the head." The plane has 162 seats, according to JetBlue's website. The FAA and the air carrier added they will conduct a full investigation to determine what caused the sudden altitude loss. All of this coming after this roundtable yesterday at the White House that was held by Vice President Vance as well as Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy. They all came together amid staffing issues as those are persisting among air traffic controllers, with the issues worsening this week as air traffic controllers officially missed their first full paycheck Tuesday. Vice President Vance called on 5, quote, reasonable Democrats to come forward and join Republicans and the 3 Democrats who have voted to reopen the government as the shutdown drags on and heightens travel concerns within the aviation industry. Now, the shutdown, as we've been hearing from our Fox reporters here, has already caused delays at airports in cities like Atlanta, Chicago, Dallas, Newark, New Jersey, as air traffic controllers who are employed by the Federal Aviation Administration cope with staffing shortages. Unions and trade associations related to airlines and airports increasingly have called on Senate lawmakers to pass a clean continuing resolution as the shutdown drags on, including the Aircraft Mechanics Fraternal Association, which is an independent union representing aircraft maintenance technicians and other related employees. So once again, we'll continue to follow the federal government shutdown as well as travel here on Live Now from Fox.